All right, let's head back out to Nationals Park where Buck Showalter was asked about all these Orioles injuries.
How can we get an update on the injuries to Luke Scott and Brian Mattis?
Luke had some spasm kind of stuff in his back, upper back, that getting pretty stiff on him. What was kind of affecting his breathing a little bit. That was a little concerning as far as deep breath. Very kind of similar to what Jeremy had, and just wasn't. Hopefully we can nip it, and just thought him continuing at that point would jeopardize, maybe long term. So hopefully we can get as lucky with that as we did with Jeremy.
And Mattis?
Mattis, we think that's a cramp in his hamstring. In fact, he came in here and it cramped up again, and Richie got it. He'll be a little sore from the cramp tomorrow, hopefully, if the diagnosis is right, and shouldn't affect his ability to start. That's the initial look at it, but that could change tomorrow.
How did you think he was throwing up to that point?
Better than the last outing. It was somewhat better. Had a tick more velocity, and just hopefully a step in the right direction. He had a sinker he pulled across to Zimmerman, and it was a thing of all-speed pitch he left out over the plate to Morris. But we didn't score many runs today. Zimmerman's pretty good pitcher, Zimmerman, but looked like we kind of caught him on a little command off day. He's a pretty athletic, tough pitcher, but weren't able to put it to good use.
With Mattis, it looked like it was just a couple pitches right before he came off that he
I tell you, he turned his back to us, and D. Lee saw it, and he's the one that called us out, and he thought there was something going on with his initial injury, but he just said he was cramping up when he would come back on his back leg there. Obviously it was sticky and hot day out there, but hopefully it's just a cramp, what Richie initially thinks it is.
With Bergeson, in case Jeremy isn't able to go on Tuesday, does 2 innings take him out of consideration for Tuesday?
No, it's a pretty good work day. Today was his day to throw, so we still have the same options we talked about before the game.
Were you encouraged with how good he looked?
Who?
Bergie?
Yeah, it's first relief stint in a while, I'm sure. Tell you what, we needed it. We needed those 2 innings there in that situation. We made a poor pitch on Pudge that we shouldn't even be, touching strike zone with the pitcher on deck. That hurt us, and Mattis pulled that one across the plate on Zimmerman in a real good spot for Zimmerman, and there's not much margin of error when you don't score any runs, more than 2.
Look, can you just talk a little bit about, this road trip as a whole? 1-4. Is there a lot of disappointment, frustration? what's kind of your sense?
No, we don't live in that world, and it's a realistic world. I don't think the road trip's over. And we'll be here tomorrow. We don't live in that woe is me and sky's falling thing. You keep grinding. We had some good things happen, and just haven't been consistently as a whole. So we look at tomorrow as the start of that.
How badly do you need kind of a big inning or a shot in the gap with a runner on? It just seems like it's so hard for you guys to.
Yeah, we're close. We get it. We get the opportunities out there. We just can't get a big blow there with 2 outs. Sometimes 1 out, just putting a ball in play, and it's frustrating.
But how much of a scare does it put into you guys? How much of a scare does it put into you guys whenever anything physical happens with Mattis now, considering he missed 2 months? And
I don't. Scare doesn't. If something's wrong, you deal with it, and you go get another pitcher, and you play the game. Scare, it's nobody really. Everybody has challenges. Yankees, Red Sox, Jays, Rays, part of it. Nobody's. Washington went through some things. They righted the ship. We've gone through some good periods this year and will again. But does it put a scare into us when a pitcher has to come out of a game? No. I thought hopefully this was a step in the right direction for him. He had improved stuff somewhat, and hopefully he'll continue. I keep in mind he was working on extra days rest too, as was Britton, who was a lot crisper last night, I thought.